Hello guys, and welcome to the Gers TV. My name's Si Leslie. I will be with you in the studio in a few minutes time. And tonight's show is in association with Maxwell at the heart of it. Petrol stations all over Ulster. And here's a wee spiel on the chat regarding. We operate petrol stations with shops at Francis Street, Newton Ards, Mace, Portagavie, open 7 days for all your daily requirements. Paypoint, lottery, etc. Like our Facebook pages, Mace, Portagavie and Francis Street, Newton Ards.
Hey, hello guys, I'm Sandra Gemmell. I'm glad to be back.
And I'm Gordon Bond. It's good to have you CC's back as well, guys. And
we've
you, Sandra.
also got a wee mascot
Yes,
tonight.
we've got
Come on,
a
wee
new-
Lily.
The orange
Come
lily.
on, there's wee orange lily.
A
There
new
we
Gers
go,
TV
guys.
mascot.
There we go. Say hello. There you go.
There you go, beautiful girl. So guys, before we start, just let me know everybody can hear things. I've been on for 2 weeks.
Needs to check that out.
The chat there, give us the thumbs up to let us know you can hear us okay. And as well as that, we'll get as many shout outs as possible.
Hey, can we have the squares removed, please?
We'll take that one away, we'll let that.
So, welcome back to Gers TV. First live show in a couple of weeks. Obviously, we have been playing Champions League matches Tuesday nights, and it's great to be back. Quite a packed agenda tonight, guys. We've got obviously the Hibs game to review at the weekend. Then we'll talk about the news today about Alfredo Morelos. And then we'll look forward to one of the most important games since Malmo at home for the Champions League a few years ago. So a lot to talk about tonight.
Before we do that guys, if you could all just like, share and subscribe to the channel, you know the drill. I'll just quickly put up the goals from the weekend, the Rangers goals, and Sandra will then update us on the comments and we'll get the show
On the road.
on the road. So as you know, Rangers got a penalty in the first half and it was James Tavernier who scored.
No.
Well, if I might call him
He's only been at the club for 17 years.
Oh dear.
Again, another definite penalty, and Tavernier stepped up and does what he does best. Absolutely lethal finish again.
To be fair, you always think to yourself when he's going to miss one, but he seems so confident every time he's taking one now.
Yeah.
And then he lines up and takes it. Guys, keep liking and sharing as much as you can. Emma's delighted that my wee dog, Orange Lily, has appeared.
That's the mascot, Emma.
Share, thank you very much.
Thank you, Donna. Right, where are we? Good evening, guys. I don't know who that is. Ian Sinclair, how you doing?
That's the very start for you.
Right, Tommy McLean, I can't see anything. I bet you can now.
Yeah.
Colette McAtee, Mark Dunnett, how you doing? Hello, Mark,
Mark.
how you doing? Where are we? Ian Sinclair, Ziggy Curran, oi oi, what's going down with the buff? Guy could still come off the bench and get us Champions League spot. Big gamble in my opinion.
Yeah, we will come on and talk about that. We will come on and talk
Oi
about
oi,
that
Barry
later on.
Ferguson. Hello Donna, how you doing? Hello Emma. Ian Sinclair, Arthur Newman, Loyal, RSC.
Ian, how you doing? What a
How are
fantastic
you?
supporters club that is as well.
Your annual trip to Blackpool.
All buses run on time. And
Please share, guys, please share. Sorry,
Just a
Gordon.
wee comment on the goal. I thought the second goal the Rangers scored at the weekend was absolutely outstanding with the boy Tom Lawrence head on the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was Barry, to be
Which should
fair
have been the winner.
to Borna. Great ball in. Borna had one of his best games in a while actually at the weekend there. It was a great cross, so more of that tomorrow night.
Good, good.
Right, so...
You'll need to move your mascot here to get in.
There you go, we can do things with
There you go.
things going wrong, yeah.
There you go.
Right
no
guys,
bother.
good to be back online with the Gers TV.
Can't see your faces.
Who can he sees?
I've got it on here and I can see perfectly fine.
Yeah,
I can see now, Donna, can't you? Surely
Yeah.
you want to see your
Maybe
lovely
been back,
faces.
right. Put that there if you want to
Smiling,
scroll that
happy.
anytime,
Hello,
mate.
Boffy, how you doing?
Hi Boffy, how you doing, mate?
It's going to be tough, but we can do this.
So first of all, what we'll do is we'll talk about the Hibs game and then we'll go into the PSV and we'll also open the lines up to call for anybody who wants to call in. So, thoughts on the game, Gordon?
Should have been a win. Again, we played decently, got the goal. Obviously let them back out the game. Again, defensively we were a bit unsound again. Great goal for the second goal for Lawrence, and then the referee kind of spoiled it with Lundstrom, and then Morelos just absolutely idiotic. Morelos come in. Yeah, there's an argument to say was it kind of soft, but when you put your arm across the back and the face of the defender, then you're just asking for it. And if you notice about 2 minutes before, Morelos and the ref had a bit of a stramash in the middle of the park.
Yep.
And obviously, when that's the referee's been thinking about that as well. But it was a red card. Wasn't a red card. We're going to appeal that, which we have done. But Morelos just, idiotic.
Right, okay.
Well, I've got to agree with a lot of what you're saying there,
Right,
Gordon.
sit down,
I think
Willie.
at the weekend I done a video on it, but sometimes when you do a video, it's straight after the game and you've got an opinion, you kind of changed on it a wee bit. The Lundstrom one, 100% was not a penalty. Sorry, was not a sending off. What am I talking about? It wasn't a sending off. You don't put me off.
I know.
It wasn't a sending off. It was a booking. I think it was a bad tackle, but he went out his mind, made it clear it was clipping him in his own half. And the Hibs player, I forgot his name now, but the Hibs player done a similar challenge. He wasn't
That's
sent
right.
off.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's when
Carbon copy.
you've got to look at consistency. And I know a similar tackle was made in the Newcastle game the next day, and VAR overruled it. So I think the referee again, Willie Collum, was it Collum?
It was Willie Collum,
Willie Collum's refereeing has been questioned so many times with Rangers, but I think you need to really make a stand on that. But the Morelos one, I changed my mind on this for the simple reason he does a wee kick out just before it. Now, you could argue that it wasn't a sending off, but why would you give the referee the opportunity to do that in the first place? That's when you realise that he's still got that streak inside him, that self-destruct. 10 men, I think, would have won the game. When it goes down to 9 men, Rangers can't cope with that and they can't defend at that level. We don't have a great defence at the best of times, and I think you've got to blame Morelos for that, personally.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that. What about you, Sandra?
I'm not busy watching the dog. No, I agree. The defence lets us do all the time anyway. Do you know what I mean?
Well, that's the biggest problem. But when you're asking the defence that they've got to basically to step up for 15 minutes to go at that point. Morelos is just on the park. Surely Morelos wants to play Champions League football. Surely he wants to be in the first team. Doesn't he look fit?
And yet, see when you're looking at pictures, he looks fit.
Yeah, aye. I know for a fact that he goes to the gym at night. I know what gym he goes to, I'm not going to mention it. However, he goes at night and he seems to be working out, but there's rumours going about as well. You don't know what they are, and what we don't want to do in the show is go into rumours because you don't know for true. What I will say is, he's on the park, he knows when he's on the park that Rangers, he knows that the Hibs are going to wind him up, right, we all know that, and he knows that we need 2 points. There's 15 minutes to go, keep your head, screw it up. How many big games has he done this with Rangers?
Well, it's been a while, but if he's
it's been a while. Aye, that's the frustrating thing. However, Graham Souness has said it umpteen times this week. You have to put an end to it. You have to sort it out. He either stops. You have to discipline him in some manner, and I think they've done the right thing by dropping him. But the way they've dropped him means that the PSV coach now knows what our team's going to roughly be. That doesn't suit us, but you don't know what's happened in the dressing rooms. That's the problem. And if the players have had a fallout, I believe some of the players were back, or most of the players back to manager on the decision. Sometimes you've got to go with the manager. Well, all times I suppose, even the Barry Ferguson, Paul Le Guen, I believe, even though you might not like the manager or whatever, you should be going with the manager's call on it, because ultimately he'll lose his job. Alfie's let us down and he's let himself down. On the park, I think he's my best player, but he needs to be on the park. That's my worry.
But here's a question for you then. If he's unfit and there's rumours swirling around the club for weeks and weeks and weeks, then why is he on the bench in the first place, and then why is he brought on?
That I agree with. I would to answer that. I think the Belgian game, I think it was a panic move to frighten him with having Morelos on the bench. He didn't look fit. When I've seen him playing any games he's playing, he doesn't look match fit.
But again, if they're going to sell Morelos, they need to get the best price for him, so they can't down him. Do you know what I mean? And people will just offer pennies for him.
If Morelos downs tools, we can't afford to make down tools. We've seen it happen with other clubs and we've seen it with Rangers before. You can't have that, but at the same time you have to have a level of discipline, and it's a fine balance, and it's how Gio deals with it. But short term, he's not going to play in 2 vital games now, is that right? So who have we got coming up?
We've got PSV, Celtic and Aberdeen.
Away for him, 3 biggest games of the season probably, all away for him, all away from home. We can't afford to drop any more points. We badly want to get into the Champions League. You want a player like that to be fully fit, and you want to be in top form, but you want to be mentally fit as well. And he doesn't look any of them. That's my worry. That's my worry. He doesn't look any of them. Nobody's going to question his ability. Right. So a few comments came in.
Right, what club needs ex-players around the team who can expedite the traditions and the standards and what to expect as a Rangers player. Liverpool have always had this.
Chris, I agree with you 100%. I agree with you that. And at one point, last season, there was calls that Rangers should have a Scottish coach. I know they got Roy Mackay, who's was a great player, world class player. However, and again, people might not like me say this, but somebody like Barry Ferguson, I think, and the coaching staff, somebody that's played and captained the club and knows the standards would be ideal to be in there, because sometimes you need to give them a reminder, this is Rangers, this is a different level.
And Billy Barber says we play Hearts away, so we must have that after Aberdeen.
We've got a very different. This happened last season as well. We had 4 difficult away games in a row, and I know we play each other twice home and away, so it's not as if we're playing 44 away games this season, but it always seems to happen to Rangers where we get 3 or 4 tough away games in a row, and it happened last season, and that broke our season last season.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing with Morelos is, again, he's my favourite player, so I don't like criticising him. However, he went to Colombia last year, and effectively that was the start of Rangers' downfall in the league. We badly needed him when he got an injury. Before it, he was never going to play in that the international fixture, and he still went to Colombia. Yes, it was the club's fault for letting him go, but he still went. I just wish we could get the best out of him and we could get the Alfredo Morelos that we all know is there. But we need to do something, because we can't keep having him sent off in vital matches.
I don't think we can forget his contribution to Rangers over the last few years. He has scored some very crucial goals, and I remember Legia lost at home when we get into the group stage Europa League under Gerrard's first season. Very important goal. But there's been a few times he's let us down, and Gerrard would have won at least 1 or 2 cups if Morelos didn't get sent off before big games.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I mean, it's all about discipline. I mean, see when Gerrard got the best when he got the best out of Morelos is when he got the best of his discipline.
Aye.
However, I would argue that Gio made him a better player. I think Gio made Morelos a better player. But he's just...
Can I come back to a wee bit when
he's went off the rails.
Gio came?
He's went off the rails almost when he's been injured, and that can happen. I can understand that. But he's a young boy.
And I think McCann or Thompson on the coaching staff would be fantastic. That was Sean Kemp.
Yeah, somebody like that, that's what I'm saying. People that have played for the club that know how the standards and they know what they're training, but they also know what to expect in big games and what's coming up. Chris has made a great point, that's exactly what he means, but we also have club ambassadors, ex-players. I wonder if this would be welcome. So Chris, we'll maybe get you call in later if you want. Do you mean that somebody like Richard Gough should be having a word with the players and assisting? I don't know if that's Gio's way of doing things, but I think if you've got guys that are like Richard Gough involved with Rangers, why would you not want him in there shouting what's that or whatever and getting torn into them when the discipline goes wrong, or when to me the defensive errors are a massive worry for our club. We had a full summer. The whole idea to me pre-season is you fix your errors. A defensive error cost us a Europa Cup.
We've still not fixed it.
No,
right. We're weakened it. We've weakened it. We've managed to weaken it. We've brought back Katic. He's not going to play. Liam Balogun. Now people might say he's not good enough. That boy is paying just now to go in and watch Rangers weekly. So that tells me he wants to be there.
If Balogun was playing against PSV at home last week, we wouldn't have lost 2. We might have lost 1 goal, we wouldn't have lost 2 goals.
People are saying how much... That wee dog's wrecking the place already. People are saying how much of the wage bill can we afford to have Balogun there. I don't think it would cost that much. But again, I don't know the answer. But if somebody wants to play for your club and he's got the ability, why would he's not got a club? He's sitting watching us. It's madness.
Right, David Heard. Folks say he had behaved for the last 3 years. He returned late from Colombia twice. Missed a cup defeat at Hearts and in the Champions League loss to Malmo. Last season he got 2 retrospective red cards at Tannadice, Easter Road. He's always going to lose the plot. Sometimes history tells us he has the ability of a 30 million player and the attitude of a player nobody will buy. It's so frustrating.
I don't think there's anything there that David said that I can disagree with.
I hope you will, David, and it's a great point, and that's a trade-off, is it? As the bad side of Morelos worth the good side of Morelos?
I know. It's a big gamble, isn't it?
But you've got to look at it from 2 points of view, right? Because everybody's slating Gio, including myself. But Gio's then got to make the call. What does he take, the good side and the bad? Because if next week if we lose the next 3 games and we've not got Morelos in the team, and he wasn't going to be fit anyway, then what's the point in being loyal to the player? But at the same time, if he was match fit and he's playing, we all know that he can make an impact. I'm convinced if Morelos was fit, I know he wasn't, and it's hindsight, if Morelos played in a Europa Cup final fit, we would have won that without a doubt. That's the ability the man's got.
It's a bit harsh, Stevie.
Aye.
Well, I think that just shut. I think we just shut down all debate now. That's it. Stevie is
Guys,
spoken.
we remember we're a family show. We got a lot of kids watching the show, and we can't. And we're a Christian show as well, so we can't have bad language. We might need it out.
I think Stevie's making the point that Morelos isn't as good as he was.
Aye,
Yeah.
rubbish is the word we're
I
looking
don't know if
for.
we missed anything.
It's a big gamble for
Is
Gio.
Morelos, if Morelos is showing a bad attitude about the dressing room and training, then then you can't have him about. If it can have a big effect on other players.
But that's
I believe that. I agree with that, David.
But is that not a strange one as well? Because it's not as if there's a lot of new players there. Obviously, you've got
They're used to him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you've got guys like Jack, McGregor, Kamara, Lundstrom been there. He's been there for a year. They've all been there together for a couple of years now. Kent, etc.
I can also say I miss McGregor.
But, aye,
Yeah.
you get Tillman and Matondo and Kovac,
But I think something's maybe in it. I don't know anything about this. I'm not making a rumour. I'm just saying I think that afterwards, obviously in the changing room after the game, players talk and they get angry, and I think there's a wee bit more to this. I think some of the players have been raging because I would have been raging. Morelos on the park could have scored.
Yeah.
He's got that ability and he's got the fear factor when he's on the park. There's no fear if he's not on the park.
I know.
Yeah.
So Hibs have wound him up. He done a wee kick out earlier on as well. Remember, wasn't a sending off, but he gave the referee the chance to send him off, and then was giving the manager a choice. If the manager doesn't do anything with him, some fans will say, "Well, you didn't even deal with Morelos."
Do you think then? So hand on heart, is he definitely away or is it Gio trying to scare him? It's a hell of a gamble.
I
to
hope
scare him.
it's this. I know, but
He's my favourite player. I don't want to see him go, but I want to see him
I
on the
think
park.
he has the ability. It's just silliness.
Stevie, I think you're winding us up.
Yeah, I think you're Stevie.
Yeah. 3 strikes and you're out.
Yep, you're on your third.
So that's that, guys. You can let us know later on about the Hibs game anyway. But
Red cards.
the Red Cards, will quickly speak about them anyway. Again, it comes down to the Rangers don't really complain. The first, see when you remember Stevie G's first game with Rangers, first big game was Aberdeen away, and he came out and he criticised the referees. He never done it again. It's almost as if the Rangers board told him. It's almost as if the Rangers board told him not to speak out against referees. And we seem to have this thing where we don't want to go and criticise officials, but the officials in Scottish football, at best, are absolutely garbage.
To be fair for Gio, he did. It wasn't like it was thinly veiled. It was kind of like a kind of.
But we don't want to thinly veiled. That's what I mean. You just want to come out and.
But we have announced we are appealing the red card, and it's a fast track. But that's like I think Morelos violent conduct. He'll be suspended for Celtic Aberdeen anyway. So whether or not he's out of the European game doesn't matter for the league games. But we definitely want Lundstrom back because it wasn't a red card, but Lundstrom's been one of our best players for the last 6 months. So
yeah, and I don't criticise him for that because he made a challenge. It's basically every manager tells a player to do that. You take him there, but he's not going to get sent off. You're not interfering with the play. It's just stopping the game, but he gets sent off. So you can't really criticise Lundstrom for that one. My biggest bugbear with the Rangers team just now, and I'm going to go into what you said there about I said the word S word, McGregor. Right, and McGregor as well here, because I'm 50-50 if McGregor will go back in, because the kickouts that McLaughlin was doing was shocking. He was kicking the ball, 20 minutes to go, and every time he's got a kick out, the ball went out the park. So Hibs playing against 9 men, directly put the ball back in their box, so he basically gave them the ball, and it was 4 or 5 times he done that. His distribution is awful. I like the boy, but his distribution is awful. The defence, where do we start with this? Connor Goldson seems to be now, since he's got his contract, even though he was doing it last season, it's even worse now. Every game, Connor Goldson makes a massive boo-boo. Every game. Now, we can see that, PSV can see it.
I know, definitely.
Now, any coach that knows anything about football, now, right away, your man at Livingston done it. Fire the ball into your box enough times, you'll score at least 1 goal. That's my concern. We've had months to get the defence sorted. The defence don't look any better. The defence don't look...
We can't deal with crosses into the box. We're not stopping balls into the box. And even when they get past Tab on the right or Barisic on the left, they play it in, then we're not stopping balls in the box. We've bought about 40 in the last 3 months. We've bought 4 defenders, but yet at centre back we're playing James Stans,
who's out of position. And I actually thought I've criticised him, he's played badly, but I think the last few games he's actually played okay.
I think he played. I think he really good. He was better than Goalson against Hibs.
Yeah, and he's also covering Goalson, remember, so he's doing 2 jobs there. The biggest problem with that is to have a good defence. Now, back to the Souness days and the Advocat days, Walter Smith, you need consistency. You need the same players, or almost the same players, better than fitness, and you need them playing every week so the goalkeeper feels confident with them and they all know what they're all doing. Right now, our defence seems to change every couple of weeks. The centre halves don't have a clue what they're doing. As soon as the ball comes in, I mean, see when they went to 5 minutes injury time, you could hardly watch the game.
No.
Because you knew that they were going to score. And they brought the young boy on, Leon King.
Yep.
It's a young boy, it's a hard task to bring him on. Rangers are no suited to that style of football, and Hibs just basically have a couple of shots to go. We keep putting the ball out for corners. We can't defend corners and we can't take corners. What are they doing at training? Because that worries me.
There's a lot of them saying they're getting rid of Balogun was a
Crazy.
blunder.
In retrospect, it definitely is, yeah.
Especially when it didn't cost any money.
Yeah, and even then, even if it's not a gamble, because all you do is, as I said last week, you say, you pay him per game. So you say to him, right, you can stay for a year, but we'll pay you £5,000 per game. We'll give you a basic wage, and then we'll play you per game.
Well, just to go back to what you're saying here, right? Before somebody might come in and say he wouldn't want a pay per game, right? He's paying to watch the game.
He's paying to watch it.
See if somebody's paying to watch the game.
He's not playing for Indy now,
Aye.
of course he would.
If he's paying to watch the game,
Exactly.
Pay him per
it's like
game.
a fan. If you get a chance to
Aye.
pay to watch the game, you're going to pay to play the game. There's no doubt about it. Somebody's asking about Katic. I've been asking for weeks. If Katic's not going to get a chance, why is he there?
So we brought in Suter, we've recalled Katic for his loan spell, we've got Ben Davies for Liverpool, and we've got that Turkish left back as well. That's 4 defenders.
Yeah.
And
I think Ben Davies is a natural for that position, and he can come in, but he needs to be fully fit. It's this curse that Rangers players all seem to be injured all the time. To me, the common problem here is Connor Goalson. He seems to be undroppable. He's got his contract. Now, see the goal last week, jumping out the way of the ball. Him and Ryan Jack both jumped out the way of the ball. See, when you play with Rangers, especially if you're a centre half, it doesn't matter how hard the ball is, and it doesn't matter where it's going. You make sure you at least get you go. If you don't take it, you at least try and take it. But to cover away for it, and the week before the European game, and the week before that, he seems to have this thing now where he can jump lower. He's smaller when he jumps. This is a guy who's nearly 7 foot tall. He's massive, and he's getting beaten in the air every time. You need to drop a player. See if you're not playing well, you need dropped.
but I think Golson's get that, you know,
undroppable,
yeah, where he's got that security.
Well, Gio might lose his job because of that, and I think if he does, and he doesn't drop him.
What worries me? It's not a worry, it's a concern that Gio's I didn't mention this last season, so it's not as if it's just a new thing, but Gio's away record at the clubs he's managed is not great. His away record at Rangers is not great, and we've got 3-4 difficult away games coming up, and you know, it could. I don't think it will break our season necessarily, but
I mean, for example, what you're saying, right? The boy Tillman, I know he struggled in the European game, but we're playing against PSV. They're a class team. They're also a club a team and a club I would say are very similar to Rangers in similar level. So it was a really hard game for a young boy. However, he would have ran a riot, I think, if he played against Hibs, and I believe he was on the bench, wasn't he? So why did he not come on? I didn't understand the substitutes. We were forced a wee bit with the subs, and we're also doing this thing where we don't bring a sub on to 70 minutes. I don't get that either. See if you made a mistake, change it and get it right.
Just to let you know, Rangers B team are beating Dumbarton 3-0 at the moment.
Have you got comments that he's what he did?
I'm laughing at the sight. That boy, he must be a Celtic fan, that boy.
What's he saying?
Simon Cairns, that one there. I'm looking at anything bad. The Celtic lost 6 points last year and we won.
So Hibs goal in injury time. There's nobody rushing out.
It's a free shot at goal. Aye.
And then the goalkeeper stands still. So here's the question: would McGregor have saved that?
Yeah. Well, there's 2 questions on that because my brother Scott sent me a video when it was Rangers winning the Scottish Cup, and it shows you the last minute of the game and Amoruso basically throws his whole body in front of
see, when you're
the
Rangers,
goal.
that's what you do.
And he could have got knocked out, but Amoruso's attitude is, I'm going to win this. I'm going to win the cup for Rangers. Goff, Butcher, all these kind of players, Amoruso, the ball comes towards them, they take it. Craig Moore, all the legendary players do it, and they watch Connor Goalson hide from the ball at that point in the game. It's how can he not get dropped? I don't understand how he can't be dropped. Anyway, news has just came in at lunchtime.
Flash, news flash.
I'll let Randy Hughes go first. Bang.
Right, Lundstrom's red card has now been reduced to a yellow.
So that means...
Official.
Thanks, Ian Sinclair. That's brilliant news. Thanks for sharing that with
But
us.
that also means that the SFAs have agreed that it was the wrong decision. How many times are they going to make mistakes that involve Rangers? That's what Rangers should be asking. Why are these... Because last season, how many times did Rangers get 2 minutes added on injury time? Celtic were away,
Ross
they were getting 7.
County, I always go back to the game against the Celtic played Ross County away from home, and they scored in the 7th minute injury time.
Aye, 6 minutes were added and they scored the 6th.
And
Do you
then
know what I mean?
you go back to the Scottish Cup semi-final, and there was we did always did a whole show on it last season when it's like it's incredible. Anyway,
But you need to
Sorry,
stand
I'm
up
just
for yourself with
trying to
that. So that's been changed. Was that just news just
So
came
that's
in?
a bit late then. Damage is
So Ian
done.
Sinclair's made a great point. Will Colum now be reprimanded?
nah, they can't do that because because it sets a precedent to discipline all the referees. They never do that. Unfortunately, that's why VAR comes in the December time.
Donald said they said that 5 minutes ago. The comments are coming in on me.
I know.
I've not
That's
got
how
my
I've
Gregory
rapid
Peck
done
on, so I
that.
can't
I've
say something blaming
resorted to
Sandra.
this now.
Sandra's blaming Lily the dog.
Right, that's better. I can get it on there.
Right,
Right,
so
we
let's see.
keep buying prone, what is it, injury prone players and project players who aren't ready to go into the first team at the club. Like ours, with the expectations we have. Roof, Davies, Suter have all missed loads of games with previous clubs, and no surprise, they keep missing games for us. Yilmaz and Motondo cost millions and don't look ready to have our game.
It's a great
to
point
play our
by
game.
David Herd again. I mean, there's no doubt Yeoman's and Matondo will probably be good players. However, we know we've got a Champions League qualifier
Yeah,
at the
that
start
we
of the
need
season.
to win
We know
these games.
the fixtures are announced plenty of time in advance. We know we've got 3 or 4 difficult away games. We know we've got 2 Champions League qualifiers. David, I think the point David is making is we need to buy players in the season that are ready to go.
The other thing, I keep forgetting this, but my brother Mark been ranting me this a few times to mention it, that there's obviously the World Cup coming up and the season's going to be split in half, but Gio went on holiday, and at a time when we needed players, we badly needed our players in, we needed to get, so you sometimes need to lead for the top, so if you're going to, so obviously the players will be thinking out the same way as some of the fans. Why is your manager going on holiday at such a vital time when you can go on holiday during the break?
David Mortimer's asking, would you give Ramsey a second chance? Well, that's an irrelevant point now because he signed for Nice in France. So the answer to that one is no.
Sandra, I think this is a good talking point.
So I'm laughing because I don't know what that dog is. This dog's eating me. I don't know what you're eating. You're giving me the fear.
Could the rest not be dropped out of the championship? They have done that with a couple of refs. I think in the past. So yeah.
However, Gordon, sorry
they
to interrupt you here.
They won't do that.
The
They won't
difference
do
with
that
that,
with Willie Gollum.
the difference with that happening was Celtic put pressure on them.
Yeah.
See, if you don't put, Rangers won't put pressure on them, right? Rangers won't do it. Celtic have got a great PR machine. We don't have any PR, right? We've no PR, so we'll not put the pressure on them. Can it be done? I think it can be done. You can be demoted in your job. Why are Rangers not putting pressure on you? You've admitted you've made a vital mistake in a game that could have cost us, what has cost us the points, and it's put us behind in the league. How many times is it going to happen? You've done it in the past, but will Rangers put the pressure on them? I don't think so. But I think the difference is Celtic put the pressure on when the referees got demoted.
He's small, mate. I've got another one, Sean Kemp. I'm not confident with McLaughlin in goal. I heard a lot of your fans saying that he commands the box better than McGregor. I've yet to see it. McGregor is the best goalkeeper in Scotland and he's on the bench.
The other question I was going to ask you, Sandra, I know you met him, you never get a chat with him or anything, but you met Keema Roof.
Yep.
Did he appear fit to you? Because he just seems to have disappeared.
He appeared fit and I don't know why. That there's no mention. He's just
It just seems as if he's no on the radar at all with Rangers just now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's good because it's a great question. We were talking about this pre-show. I mean, Keeman Roof, he's not on the bench. I don't, as far as I can recall, and we've not had any injury updates, so it's a strange one.
And there's a comment
Nobody's
there.
mentioned him.
No,
Yeah,
it's a
Donald
strange
Craig's
one.
mentioned the fact as well. Suter, what's happened to Suter? It just seems to be.
Well, I can tell you, I don't know. I hope this is true, but someone told me this, and I think I have no reason for them to lie to me, but I think John Suter's brother might have passed away.
He did.
Right.
But
that was before.
But that was a
That was
Livingston game.
that was a while back.
The funeral's been
but
there.
it may still be affecting him.
Yeah.
It could be, but I think after the funeral, I think the boy would want to play again.
Yeah, get your mind back into it.
We've got so Suter's a good defender, right? In my opinion, Katic's a good defender, and I think Liam Balogun's a good defender.
Yes.
3 good defenders, no playing.
Playing.
But
I know.
A big
James
Golson.
stands.
And we're struggling.
Even the people that like Connor Golson will tell you that he's having a bad time, but he can't get dropped. And I think Ben Davies could fit in there as well.
Well, someone's asked why
Ref
the
showing
new
his
left
boots.
back isn't playing so
4-0 to Rangers. There's the boy Lovelace. This was
Lovely
questioned
scorer.
on Facebook today. I think it was follow. What's the boy's name? Is it Sam Lovelace? Can't remember his first name now. It was signed on for Millwall at the start of the season, at the pre-season, and Millwall will rage it. This young boy is an absolutely massive talent, and he's scoring goals, a lot of goals for the Rangers B team just now, and they're asking us time to give him a chance, especially with Morelos being out now. Anybody that watches the B team, if you could let us know your opinion on him.
Suter has a broken foot and surely time to give Katic a chance.
He may have injured himself in the Livingston games. I think he got injured in the Livingston game
Right,
actually
okay.
as well.
Yeah,
so
but
that could be it.
he did limp off.
But we bought, but I could, the way he played that game, that doesn't mean he was injured. But we basically bought 2 left backs. Ben Davis is either a left back or a
Zach
centre back.
Lovelace.
So
Zach.
we bought 2 left backs to replace Bonner, who wasn't playing well. The only player, I think Bonner started the game as well. It's strange.
Yep.
Billy Hugh, I agree with you. I'm looking forward to seeing the boy Lowry in. Don't get me started on him, but I'm like to see Lowry get a chance.
Gordon thought we were talking about Linda Lovelace
Yes, I
here.
know. He has got the vision and he has
I've got
gifted
no idea
with
who
his
that
feet.
is, so I doubt it. But someone made a good point earlier, just up about McLaughlin. People say he can manage the box better, and I meant to point this out because I always thought that, but we're still losing goals for set pieces and corners, so maybe he doesn't. But I always thought, to be fair, I always thought he did.
I prefer McGregor in the box, definitely.
the
I
problem-
prefer him there.
The problem there is, right, so say we bring McGregor back in, we're changing the defence again.
Yeah.
And we need to settle it at some point. We need to get at some point where we say that's the Rangers defence. That's my worry. He said all summer to get this right. That's the manager's job
And
to
I,
get that
I
right.
kind of know, I do know this is a fact that McGregor's raging that he's no in there. He's
Aye.
sitting out, he's sitting out.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean?
Which is what you want to hear
That's
anyway. You
what
don't
I
want
want
to
to
hear that. He's getting old. That's the problem, McGregor. He shouldn't be relying on him coming back in. But every time, see when it went to 10 men, I really worried that Hibs would come back. When it goes to 9 men, you're like that, they're going to score. I actually thought if there was another few minutes, our defence would have leaked another goal. Because you just need to attack us, and we'll let rabbits caught in rabbits caught
As soon as
in
we
lights.
started,
Headlights.
I think
We
you're.
go there, we go there.
I'm pretty sure your sentence has got the headlights.
That was easy for me to say.
So
Right, where are we? We've
Let
got
us
PSV
know.
tomorrow.
Right,
Yes.
so the big game, let us know if anybody's travelling, if anybody's watching, or you're going over to
Lowry,
Eindhoven.
there you go, has scored
He
twice
scored twice
tonight.
tonight.
Aye,
There you
David.
go.
David
Again,
McMillan.
he's not even, doesn't even look like featuring just now, and what a talent that young boy is.
He definitely has the vision along with these feet. Do you know what I mean? Listen, that's it. He's on his way to the big team. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
The boy Lowry definitely has got an opportunity. If he's scoring goals, there's no much point in having a B team and no giving him a chance to come in. That's my opinion. And we need to be doing that. We need to get it right.
I don't think our midfield's been playing particularly badly. I think we've been creating chances, and Kovac is coming out in the game. It's just the main concern for me is the defence.
Well, a comment came in here, right, and I hate saying this because I don't like mentioning our team across the city, but I'm going to do this because I believe I'm right here. Personally, I don't know the name here, personally I would have bought a new keeper in the summer and kept McGregor as a coach. I would have went for the guy, I forgot his name now, the boy for United.
Cyclist.
Aye, Cyclist.
No,
Cyclist.
no, it's not cyclist. It's cyclist.
Cyclist, I thought he was a good goalkeeper. I know he's went to them, but I think they stole a march with us on that one. I think
He was linked with us though for a while.
Aye.
He was linked with us all last season.
keep us up to date in the B game. Let us know what the scores are. Keep us up to date on that, and we'll keep everybody else up to date as well. Any comments
We
coming in?
shouldn't be relying on him for coming back, as the point.
Right, before we do PSV, a wee reminder of two things. First of all, we've got I've stuck on everything tonight. We've got a Patreon channel that gives you a chance to contribute to the Gers TV, and there's various other things that happen, but I won't bore you with it. If you hit the link, you will see it. Gordon, you're doing Spotify with David Herd, who's watching live.
Yeah, it's funny enough. David's just sent us a new message there. That's what fortuitous timing. So
Very
The big
good,
words,
David.
We're struggling with the wee words.
I
We're
know.
just
Oh!
it's because if I spend time talking to David, he's very good, so he
Right.
gets me in
He
that kind of
influences
zone.
you.
Yeah, absolutely. So for the last few weeks, myself and the historian David Herd have been recording a Spotify series on the history of Rangers to coincide with our 150th anniversary. We've got quite a few of the episodes on Spotify at the moment. Again, it's from everything from the strikers to famous goalkeepers to the best wingers we've had, and Scottish Cup 25-year hoodoo and
Yeah.
you know, and the fact we've won most league cups in the history, league cups in the history of Scottish football. So we just recorded a couple more in the last week as well,
And they're all free.
They're all free. So if you go on Spotify, we'll post a link to the Facebook page later. Just go on Spotify, guys, and literally type in the Gers TV. You'll see our channel on there now, and it's fantastic podcast. So please listen, give us feedback, because it was fascinating to do them. Learned so much. There's more coming up as well, and thanks to David Herd for his support on that, because it's absolutely the things that I've learnt with Rangers. I thought I knew quite a lot, but honestly, you would not believe it.
That's fantastic. I've listened to them. They're really. See, the thing is, I'm being honest here, right? See, as soon as anybody mentions the word podcast, I shut off. I'm no interested. Don't want to hear it. Because I used to think, why would I want to listen to a podcast? I've not got an iPad. It's meant to be for iPads, wasn't it? However, I did listen to them, and they kept me. They're half an hour long, so that's kind of travelling time if you're going to work.
Yeah, if you're going to work in the
Get out of
morning,
city centre.
going on the bus, whatever, just go onto Spotify, type in the Gers TV.
But I can assure you it's no boring. That's what I was
No.
going to say. I thought it would be boring because you get to a point where, oh, who cares?
Aye.
But you do care because he kept the narrative going, and
Yeah.
it's all facts, and it's interesting facts, so it's
Oh,
well
yeah.
worth a listen.
Absolutely,
Right.
and there's some stuff about the rivalry with Aberdeen. There's some stuff about strikers from 1872 to the First World War. There's 25 years we didn't win the Scottish Cup, and David
Yeah.
tells us every cup final, every goal scorer, every League Cup win, every winger,
Don't spoil
every
it.
goalkeeper.
Don't spoil the story.
I know.
Ladies might watch it anywhere, though.
They don't watch it, they listen to it. Aye. Right,
There's,
so
there's the first mention of Queen of the South.
There you
Yeah.
go, the only team in the Bible.
Yes. You don't say that, right?
thanks very much to Ian Campbell, because Simon's been waiting 38 minutes to say that line
Right,
there.
Queen
so.
of the South is the 29th of
Aye,
this.
that's Tuesday night,
Yeah.
I believe, so we'll change our show. We don't know when we'll have it, Monday. Or, it's been hard because
You try and fit in with all the
trying to fit in
games.
with the football, and I didn't have a car for a few days, so I didn't have a car for a few days, trying to be able to get back and forward and fit it in at the same time you've got your own life, so we didn't do 2 shows. But if you did misses, like and share double.
Yeah.
Yeah, and please join our Patreon site.
I
as
just
well.
hope all this doesn't backfire on Alfie and doesn't sign a contract.
Yeah, but you're hoping it backfires the other. Yeah, it goes the other
Puts
way.
him into action.
Aye, and it gives him a bit up the arse. But I think you need to do something.
I think personally that he's been there for what 5-6 years now. You know,
He knows, he should know better.
He shouldn't need a kick up the arse at this point in his career at Rangers.
Well, the other thing-
he shouldn't need it.
I agree with you 100% there. The other thing is, there's an old saying, old Sinatra song, no one knows what goes on behind closed doors. We don't know what was said in the dressing room afterwards. I was furious. The supporters were furious. The players were furious. We don't know what happened when they all collide together. We're on
Yeah.
the bus, and we don't know what happened at training. But people have got they're passionate players, and we dropped points. And
know.
part of that, I the referee, but you've got to say Morelos gave him an opportunity by lifting his hand, but being on the park 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And there was an earlier comment and it said that September's crucial for us, and I agree with that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because it could be,
It's the games that we
could be
have.
too late by then,
I
do you know what I
know.
mean, for the league.
I know.
So let's go into the PSV.
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Yes,
night,
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Most of the Bears will be arriving just now in Amsterdam, I'd imagine, so they'll not be watching Gers TV, I don't think.
I would have rather
Right,
it was
be
the other way about
surprised.
and how they're first and then.
Like, you were in Amsterdam.
No.
Sandra's got knowledge here. No, listen.
No.
Cash in hand.
Rumours are to grab him.
Yeah, but the problem is, that's what I'm saying, right, I've got to get my guys that text me and I've heard this rumour, I've heard that rumour. It's rumours in it, we don't know. That's why I don't like to do
Yeah.
rumours, because you don't really know, and you'll never hear some of the story. The other thing, Donald, you mentioned something a minute ago, I meant to go back on that, with Lowry, that if he plays another game he can't play in the first team, he can't play with the B team again. That was last season, I believe, because he's not played this season.
I know.
But last season that
He
story
did,
went about, and
yeah.
I think it was then. I think now you start afresh again. So
But then the priority is the first team. So personally speaking, if he plays for the first team a few times, then
Of course.
I don't really care if he does kind of play for the B team, because
That
the
would be the whole-
priority is the
the whole-
first team.
the whole outcome is
As
if he
the
plays
first team,
for the first
aye.
team.
So PSV tomorrow, it's going to be I don't think I think they're two. I think Rangers and PSV are very similar teams. I think we're probably at the same kind of quality overall, and I think it's going to be down to whoever wants it the most tomorrow night.
That's it.
I feel sometimes when I go into the games too confident, we get pumped, and you think to yourself, I was so confident. The
It's a
Belgian,
scientific way about
the
it.
Belgian man, I thought the Belgian team we would have done right. And what we've always tried to do with Gers TV, we don't just come on and tell you what you want to hear. I'm concerned about the game tomorrow night. I must say that, and the reason I'm concerned, anybody that knows anything about football knows if you get the ball in that box, our centre halves are going to panic.
Yeah.
And they're a quality team, PSV. I've heard people saying they were alright, they weren't great. They're a quality team, don't take anything away from them. They're at home, they want to get in the Champions League every bit as much as we do. Need to remember that, they want to get in, they're the front of their own fans. The biggest thing for us is away goals. They've scored 2 and they don't count. We were all worried about that at one time. At one time we used to lose a lot with away goals. But it's a massive game. Can Rangers win it? Yes. Will they win it? I'm 50-50 with that one. I hope we'll prove wrong, but
Ian Campbell said, "Do you think
It's gonna be a
PSV
hard
have
game.
this in the bag already?"
Well,
it's not in the bag. But we need to put it this way. We need to have the best game that we've had this season.
Yeah.
We need to play that tomorrow night.
What concerns me is that traditionally, again, I could go back to Gio's away record. Yeah, we beat Dortmund 4-2, so we can do it. However, Gio usually sets up his team fairly defensively away from home, and if we play not to lose a goal, PSV will win 3 or 4-0. If we come out and play attackingly and have like Matondo and Tillman and Kolic up front and attacking midfielders coming up from behind, then we can win over there.
But let's not forget we have got good players. We're talking about negatives only because
we've got Tav and Barisic going forward, the right and the left, so we can win. It's going to come down to the tact, how we set up, and then the passion.
If we play the way we played in Europe last season, we can beat them, and we probably would beat them. If we play the way that we played at the weekend defensively and the way we played in Belgium, we won't. It's as simple as that. Rangers have got one option: go to attack. If we don't attack, we're inviting suicide. We're inviting them to come to us, and we haven't got the ability. We're simply not good enough in defence to take that step of football.
I seen somebody mention Sakala there. Where is he?
Aye, Sakala doesn't seem to be. This is my gripe with Gio. I don't really like the sack your manager kind of talk that people have at times, right? But we've all been involved in that at one time in our life. What I will say is, I've got one complaint with Van Bronckhorst, and that is he's got favourites, and these favourite players he doesn't seem to. He's not going to budge with them. Scott Wright seems to be a favourite. The boy Sands seems to be a favourite. Golston must have dirty pictures of his wife or something. I don't know. Golston's got a massive fate. Everybody I know is wanting Golston.
But it was the same under Gerrard as well. He played every single game.
I know.
Maybe he's a collector. I don't know. But it seems funny to me. And the ones that are known in the kind of frame, Balogun's gone now. I don't know why. Sakala. Sorry.
I think we'll need to do a whole Gers TV show on Si's pronunciation of Rangers.
Sakala.
It's better than mine.
I think he's a good player. He's not got the finishing touch, but Sakala, I think, if he's on the bench and comes on, 20 minutes to go, he's one of the sub. We don't bring on in. We bring players on not like that.
I know.
But especially in Belgium, I thought he would have been a good idea to play.
Yep.
And I would have had him a few games just now. And he's even came out and said a statement 2 weeks ago. I want to stay with Rangers. I don't want to go to a loan move. I want to fight for my place, but it's up to the manager. That was him calling out the manager saying, give me a chance.
I agree with David Herd there. PSV look bigger and more powerful than us. That's the way.
Yep, you want to do that. But
Losing Bassi, Aribo and Balogun has made us less physical, and all three were really important in the corners defensively and in attack. Set pieces worry me for tomorrow. I agree there.
Yeah, Balogun got a couple of important headers, goals last season.
I mean, see when you say set pieces, my worry is both ways.
Aye.
We can't take them. We're doing this thing, I don't know why, but we've reverted to this short corner. And we're playing the ball, and we play the ball, we take the corner, it goes to Kent, so Kent's no effective, and then he plays it back, and then they play the ball across, and you're thinking, why not just do the corner in the first place? Maybe once or twice in the game, but no 4 or 5 times the corners. Surely at training they know the set pieces need worked on. Massively they need defended. We need to learn how to defend them. That's a massive. That's why I'm worried tomorrow.
Maybe somebody out there can help us now. I know we've got obviously got Gio, we've got Roy Mackay, and I don't. We're under the radar, but a couple of weeks ago we appointed a new coach. His name's Seri, something or other, and he's came from academies down south. But have we got an actual defensive coach? Like, have we got somebody that's because Roy Mackay was a famous striker, but who works in the set pieces? Because it seems strange to me that we can all see this, but for the last for 3 or 4 years.
No, you're right. You're saying you want somebody. What you're saying, I agree with you. You want somebody that basically. So basically says, here's the defence. You're not doing any other training. You're going to do set pieces for the whole week. This is how we're going to set up set pieces. This is how Zono Martin get that. I don't even want to swear. I will swear if I'm talking about Zono Martin. So I won't. Zono Martin doesn't suit Rangers, and I don't think it's a good tactic in football. Connor, here's your idea. See when the ball comes across you, jump up the way. Not down the way. Right. That's shooting for you today. See when the ball comes in the box, if in doubt, kick it out. Simple as that. Big man, you're no Maradona, you're no Beckenbauer or anything like that. You don't need to be fancy. All we want you to do is clear your lines, jump up and frighten opposition. Full-backs, in my opinion, have been told not to attack at times. Sometimes you're seeing Gio telling them not to play that. Tav is probably one of our best ever full-backs we've ever had at the club. Let him do his job, let him do what he does best. Barisic, he's having a bit of a bad time, but when he's attacking forward, he's a great player. And then you're playing Sands because we don't know what the mix is. We need a coach, like Gordon said, and the coach should be saying, right, we're going to fix this problem.
This is a problem.
And it would have to be somebody, in my opinion, that is somebody like somebody mentioned. I know he's no Rangers' favourite ex-player, but Terry Butcher, that kind of guy who can say, Richard Goff's here, as somebody mentioned earlier. Look, why are you not putting your head in front of the ball? Why are you not jumping in front of that? What are you scared of? That's what you're needing.
Right, too much negativity. The Rangers will go through tomorrow night. PSV would not world beat us.
I don't think we're being negative. I think we're trying to be realistic.
You need to address.
The way we're playing, I don't think is good enough.
The problem you've got is some of the podcasts are out there, what they're going to do is, and you tend to see it, can maybe connected with Rangers or whatever, they don't want to criticise, they don't want to say anything that maybe upsets people. The bottom line is, with Gers TV, what we're trying to do is, if something's wrong, you call it out as it is. You might not like it, but...
No point skirting on it.
Exactly, we're all mature and...
as my big pal Mark Dingwall once said to me, if something's I'll not use the S word, but if something's a barrel of S, crap, in other words, we call it out and we tell you it's a barrel of that, and that's how it is. Sometimes you need to criticise when it's due.
But we also praise when it's due as well.
We hope, that we can win tomorrow.
No, we've made that very clear. We've all said we can win, but we need to concentrate. We need to try and fix our defence.
The other thing is, this is where the manager comes in. We need to be organised, and the big thing we heard this under the Gerrard era a lot. Game management.
Yeah.
See, with 10 minutes to go, we need game management. See, if we're starting the tie, we need game management. We need to know how to. We didn't have any game management with 9 men, and I get why, because we didn't expect to be there.
You can't really.
But you need game management. You need that.
Manage it.
You need to have game management there. At some point. You need to be planning for the outcomes. What if they go up first, the first goal? What if we go up? And you need that. But listen, it's all there to be won. If Rangers win, if somebody asked us 5 years ago, Rangers to beat PSV to get in the Champions League, if that's the 10 years ago, you'd be like, look, we're in the 3rd division here.
Yeah, and I think we need to remember that we are European finalists last season. We've still got the nucleus of the team we had last season. We've got some great attacking players. And you're right, they're not world beaters. I genuinely think that PSV and Rangers are very evenly matched when it comes to overall quality. And I think it's going to come down to just passion. It could be a referee mistake, it could be a penalty mistake, it could be a red card or something, but like it happened to us at the weekend. But it's going to be close.
Hello John Kiernan, how are you doing?
I'm going to open the calls up, so remember this does a wee chat here. Kyle talks to me, don't hear him. Not put a ring on, didn't I?
Oh!
Put a ring on, so change it. I swapped it last week for the goals and I forgot to put it back on, so no going to call it. That is a mistake in the night, right? That's the goals for the last game. I've got to put the call back on. I think Kyle's one back on it, so that's back half. Right, it does basically say, call us on the Gers TV.
0141.
That was my American accent that was on there, by the way.
130.
Right, I need to fix that. I take that after. As soon as I take it off, I'll put it back on again. I'll put a number up. The calls are now opened if you want to phone in. That's the most important thing about it. There's the number.
There you go.
Hopefully you can see the number. 0141 319 5230. I'll just set that up. Sanders, a few messages there if you want to check in.
I was just going back on that there. Right, where are we?
Lily's disappeared, that's just what
right. Is it not a Guy Phillips that runs the defence? Can't remember his first name, worked with many international teams.
Well, that could be that new coach we appointed, that could be Terry Phillips, I don't know if it is or not, but we did appoint a new coach a couple of weeks ago, so...
Lily's just walked in and farted, so you know, because I remember the reaction in the second. Jeez.
Right, second leg, cancel. Right, second leg at home is a big advantage in these knockout ties. I'm not confident for tomorrow, but I would be surprised if we get the right result, and that was David McMillan.
Yep, it's 50-50 tomorrow. PSV, whoever said not world beaters is correct, but at the moment we're not world beaters either.
Right, Ian Sinclair must say, I love it when we are written off. Some of our best ever results have been obtained from
Aye, I agree,
similar
aye.
scenarios.
That's a good point, I agree. I've
Yeah.
not got to see it anymore.
The
The
dog
dog,
has
the
took
new
it.
mascot, Lily, just took my seat.
And if we can,
Okay.
and we all go back to if we can
Smelly
beat
bum.
Dortmund 4-2 last season, we can beat PSV this season.
We just
So-
need to be our best. We need
Yeah.
to be organised. To quote Edward Carson, victory comes to those who are organised. There you go, so a wee quote.
There you
Put
go.
that. That's not Andy's wife. I put that there. Second leg at home. Somebody's done that one. Must say, I love it.
I've
So
done
that's
it.
the comments are all in,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
The phones
Aye,
are
Si,
up.
we're running the ball
I know,
tonight, Si.
I
know.
That's
Where have you
facts.
been?
It's all happening.
Where have you been?
We shout out again to our sponsor. We have a sponsor from Northern Ireland, Maxwell, at the heart of it.
Maxwell.
If you buy petrol in Northern Ireland, anywhere in Ulster, they're all over the place, and you can get a lottery tickets, and you
Yeah.
can get your
Groceries.
groceries,
Yes,
and you can go and get a good
yes,
chin wag.
so
And you get a
yes.
friendly smile as well.
But you get petrol. Don't mention the price of petrol, but and that's our sponsors, Maxwell. So thanks to them for helping us, to help you, to help us, guys. The Patreon channel's up there as well. If you want to donate to that, it'd be great to have you on it. And there's a competition to win the new picture from the artist of the Europa Cup final.
Yeah.
Derek
Oh,
McNee.
brilliant. Absolutely
His
brilliant.
company's obviously organised that for us, and somebody will win that. All you have to do is be in it. If you're in it, you can win it. What else have we got?
Well,
Call. Somebody want to give us a wee call. That's a
Give us
good
a call.
Aye.
Somebody's
give us a wee
phone.
call, guys, but let us know your prediction. We haven't any predictions for tomorrow night, okay?
never.
So let us know what you think the scoreline will be tomorrow night. I will go for
What?
2-1 to Rangers. There you go, 2-1 Rangers.
If we're on four, we need to win the game, right? And I want us to win, so I'm going to go 5-0. No, I'm going to go for. I think you might be right with the 2-1. If we're going to qualify, I don't think there'll be a lot of. Somebody said at the date, there'll be a lot of goals in the game. I don't see. My nerves when they take it if there
I
was.
appreciate the talk of bringing in a Scottish coach.
I'll go
but we
2-1
have
as well.
more
I think you might be right with
coaches
that.
now than we have in your training kits.
Well,
Guys, let us know if you put a comment on, let us know what your prediction is for tomorrow night. I can't move in this seat now because but let it become the
Stinking.
mascot
It's
for the
an
night.
absolute stinking.
She's stinking and
Yes.
she's on my seat and she's giving me that look as if to say it's not me, it's Sandra.
PSV 1, Rangers 2. I would love that one.
Yeah, there's a call coming in
Incoming
from
call,
Carol.
Carol.
How you doing, Carol? Carol, how you doing, mate?
Oh, doing great.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
We're just
Carol,
muting
2
you.
seconds, I never checked the thing, mate. I need to check that.
Hello, hello.
Carol, if you can hear us, just be with us a wee second.
Sean Kemp says 2-2 at extra time, with a win in
Oh,
at
you can
extra
see
time.
it. You can see it in extra time, can't
Yeah,
you?
definitely. But as we played
The
with some of our
phone-
best
Carol,
games
get
with
your phones in
extra
a minute.
time. What's that
Don't
talking?
remember how to do that.
Just thinking, did you? Oh, 3-2 John Kernan.
Let's hope.
Yeah, John.
I think you'll take any sort of victory.
Yeah,
tomorrow
anyone
night.
tomorrow
I think
do.
you'll
Can't remember how to do this now.
What was it he said, Gordon? I'm going to sit here and make
Make
sure
sure everything's
everything's
right,
alright.
I know, but I forgot the calls.
Uh-huh.
Because we've done calls for ages.
Going to sit here and make sure everything's perfect.
I'll be in a minute once
Aye.
it's all brand new.
Right, see if that works. Carol, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Right, 2-2 Rangers winning on penalties.
Oh, don't think I can take another penalty
I know.
shootout.
How's things, Si?
It's too soon.
Yeah. What else we got?
Oh, here, we'll get this time.
Oh, the excitement.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. Hello there, Carol. How are you doing?
Not so good, not so good.
How was
What's
Ryan?
wrong, Carol?
Oh, I had a lot of problems last week.
Oh, did
A
you?
lot of guys, my missus is in hospital.
Oh
I
my.
could phone up and say in the hospital, how's she doing on Saturday? Home they say she wasn't getting out, so I could watch the game.
Oh. Well, priorities as Rangers after all. Priorities, Carol. I think you're right, actually.
Oh, you're good, Jimmy. Good. I've not even been up to see her because we've been married nearly 50 years. What they want us to do, go up there and shout at each other.
You can go up there. You can go up there. You can go up there and no talk to her.
Your feet for your marching season.
What was that again? Sorry, Carol.
I says he's all got blisters in your feet for the marching season.
Aye, it was great. I'll tell you what, it's been a fantastic summer weather-wise.
I know.
And all the parades were fantastic, great. No trouble at any of them and going, still laughing at his jokes, I'm at his comments, I'm at his jokes. I enjoyed the marches season 100%, I thought it was great. And some of the bands, they're better than ever, decorum-wise and sound-wise.
Yeah, it was a good season.
Were you sober enough to remember?
I always remember, I remember.
What's that? Say that again, Carol.
I'll get tapping legs. We're sitting in the sun.
Oh,
Oh,
corned beef legs.
Corned beef legs.
Not just mine.
So what do you think about the Rangers?
Hey, can any of you explain to me, or say to me, have we improved since we've had Roy Mackay there for making chances?
I don't think so, no.
it's a good question. Very, very good question.
I mean,
And he showed Ryan Kent how to shoot.
see, this is the biggest problem I've got with the Rangers team now. I like the one touch, two touch football or whatever, and the tippy tappy, and against the Kent's want 4 or 5. However, see the boy Lawrence, he likes to shoot and he's got a great shot on him, and I think we're going to drill that out of the lad. I don't think Rangers want players shooting. We want to walk the ball in the net.
But it's been a complaint for the lot of it. I can remember 10 years ago going to see Rangers and my dad saying, stop trying to walk into the net.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Since Albert's out, we've missed a good
To answer your question, I don't really see much improvement from the attack from. I think the Bob Kovac's going to be a great player.
It's just a disaster area happening now. He never gets by a man.
Yeah.
What's your predictions for the morrow, Carol?
Oh God, my heart says Rangers, my head says a draw. My bum will be squeaking together if it goes to penalties.
Oh, I know.
You'll be up to see the missus.
I think we'll win. I think we'll get through.
I hope so, I really do.
You know, I'm very optimist, you know.
Yeah.
I even better my beat Hibs.
No, you're not an optimist, you're a jinx.
What's your dog first, right?
Life.
That's wee Orange Lily.
Somebody asked me, somebody gave me,
I used to be a pub and go winning.
that's right, aye. So but basically what happened was somebody seen me bringing it into my house the other day there and the police arrived, they said, we hear you've been dog dealing.
That's an idea.
Right, that's time to go. Back over there. Back over there.
I think we go to wee dog, so we kind of rescue dog and we're looking after the new that. It's been a wee bit nervous, so he's came into here and one of them's got bad breath and a wet nose and the other one's a dog. I'll put her on, I'll show you the new, she'll get a wee fright, but I'll put her
There
up
you
a minute.
go.
Look at that face, wee orange lily.
Oh, wee Lily. Is you a good lassie? Is you?
Because like you say,
Aye.
all of the other podcasts are a bit too politically correct.
No, I know.
Aye, I get, and a lot of people say about the Gers TV, you're on the bone, you're straight to the point now, but we just talked about it as in the pub or in a club or what you're at a football. This is what people really think, what they really say and how they chat.
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
Aye.
Just try to keep it real.
I'll let you go and get a couple of minute callers inside. Just so glad to see you. What we do?
I
I
mean,
tried to get up for the Spurs game or the West Ham game.
yeah,
I couldn't get a ticket because of my Gers. I'm not a member of my Gers. At my age, I don't need a wee badge and a scarf.
yeah.
For 60 quid, you know.
But the thing is as well, my Gers, I know, I've done my rant about it a few times, I think it's disgusting the way they treat the Rangers support. I think it's terrible the way they treat the supporters, buses and clubs, but now they're saying if you buy a season ticket for the ladies game, which I'm 100% back, Rangers having a ladies team, but that shouldn't make you more points for the first team, the male team or whatever you want to call it.
And then I heard on one of the podcasty things that was up on YouTube, two Celtic supporters and tickets for the Spurs game. You go that?
I seen it.
This isn't real.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I seen it. They were in the Spurs end though, to be fair, but I did see it. And Celtic were playing that, they were playing Norwich, but
Yeah. Obviously the bad goes to Rangers.
they're no normal people, we know that, that's not anything real.
Right, anyway, thank you for taking my call. Have a wonderful evening and hopefully I'll speak to you next week.
Thanks,
See you
Carol.
later, Carol.
I think it'll be after the victory.
Hope so. But win, lose or draw.
Put yourself on at times other podcasts are inside. They wouldn't bother about you.
I know that. We've just been busy with doing all stuff and that, and we've got a lot of big plans for stuff, for things to do. And
And I will be sending an envelope up to the Bristol for you.
I hope it's not that old meat you bought a couple of weeks ago.
I've not had anything for a whole week. I've had 2 bites.
Is that how Josie's in hospital?
No, I'm a good cook. I can rustle up a good plate of and chips.
Lovely.
Trimmings, something.
Very good.
Great to hear from you again, pal.
Right, good night.
You and that
Right.
Bessie.
There we go. Sorry, cut my fair there. I was just laughing when he was going on about the hospital stuff. Oh, jeez. Said a bit of a hard time, so we're happy to you, Carol. I'll move that one a bit, but anyway, guys, if anybody else wants to call, you've got how many minutes left?
A couple.
A couple of
Is
minutes.
that a technical
on
term?
a 9. We're actually on an hour right now.
So we'll finish at 10 past. All right with that?
Right, okay.
There we go. Any comments you want to go back on there? Go back.
Right, I think 1-0 Rangers Tillman header. There's Jim Fulton.
But listen, if we're going to talk about that, let's quickly talk about the boy Tillman's headers.
Tillman.
I've not had a chance to talk about him.
He can go up some height, can't he?
Aye.
That's one. That's something.
Could Tillman not teach Golson?
Aye, probably. Aye, there's an example. Aye,
Aye,
but,
that's true.
That's something we should be using with advantage because he's done it twice. So he's obviously it wasn't a fluke the first one.
Yeah.
Going to poke.
I know, it's terrible, really. That happened to me earlier.
Emma, can't breathe.
Lovely.
Going down,
I'm not sure if it's like a technical issue or not.
I know.
Going down.
Right, there you are. I think I should get a private jet for Lowry. See
Yeah.
ya. I
Yes.
agree with you, Billy Hewitt.
Piloted by Sanders.
Yes, I'll
Sit down.
go down and get it myself.
I am. Can't talk.
I know, it's really
Oh,
bad.
that's wrong. But aye, Tillman, if he's playing high balls to him, 100% high balls to Tillman because that boy can jump, unlike Big Connor. I think that's better the volume a wee bit down there.
Yes.
Aye.
Anybody's want to use a wee call? Let us know, guys.
Who starts in goal tomorrow then, guys out there? McGregor or McLaughlin?
I'd like to see McGregor in.
I'm worried about changing the defence, but I think it's a matter of time if things don't change. That again, it's all down to there's certain players they will drop and there's certain players they won't drop, and I don't think you'd have a problem dropping the goalkeeper.
I think it makes it look bad if he drops it. Goalkeeper, I would like to see McGregor play, but
Hat trick for Lowry, see? See? What am I telling yous?
Is he in the squad?
Yes. Well, no, I...
no.
The,
Well, hopefully we scored a hat.
Oh no, you're talking about the night. You're talking about the game. I'm talking about the more night. Hat trick for Lowry, man.
I wouldn't mind
It's
that.
not just a
Ian
good football
Campbell.
player, but he's painting matched out men and matched out cats and dogs.
Dogs, aye, there you go.
Aye, he's an artist.
Lowry scored the hat trick within 49 minutes tonight. There you go.
The boys Rangers daft. I was at one of the
Yes.
press conferences with Rangers last year, and I seen the boy speaking. The boy is Rangers daft, and he kept speaking about the traditions, what's expected about the club, and if it takes him a full season, he'll do whatever he can because he doesn't want to go anywhere. He wants to play for Rangers. Be a game you could be feeling sorry for yourself and not trying. That's what it's all about.
Yep.
Hat
Oh,
trick.
brilliant. And you know, again, I don't care how many games he plays for the first team. I don't care if it's good for the B team. You know, if he does that, put him at loaning in January or something. But
It's
if you need him in the team, the first team comes first.
Aye, that's it. And do you know
Definitely.
what? There's nothing better than seeing a young player come through the ranks and then and making it with the
They
club.
make it.
If that is the case, for what a stupid rule in the first place.
Well,
I
nothing
know.
would surprise me
Like,
with these,
what I
with
mean,
these rules.
what,
right now.
you're wanting the Scottish the FA are surely wanting, you know, young Scottish players
I've
to come
got a
through,
question for
but
you, right? I know
it
this
seems-
maybe sound daft, right?
Aye, but was it
What?
bug eating?
No. What is the thing with the teams that so many Rangers games is only allowed to be viewed because
Aye, is it a contract you mean with Sky?
Aye.
Well, or the different companies. So basically what it is there's an agreement that every club gets so many games, I
Right.
believe.
Yeah.
Aye,
There's so many
Rangers
missing.
Can, aye, so Rangers can only get so many.
so they're not allowed to show them all.
No.
No, the problem is that, so Rangers have, one thing that Rangers should be doing, I've said before, Rangers should be negotiating their own TV deal. I don't
Yeah.
know how you go about that legally, but when the TV deals, but basically we're getting less money than the English third
English, I
division.
know.
So you're getting pennies and you're getting a bad product, but the people that run the club, so not the clubs, the people that run the organisation, the SFA and SPFL, are selling the short at every opportunity. So you're getting a bad product to it.
I mean, would you rather? I mean, some people might want to sit one against Ross County. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
A question for everybody watching, I've done this for a couple of weeks. See the top I'm wearing? Everybody's had a top, a scarf, a hat or something, you wear it once or twice and you keep getting beat but you love it. So last season I rolled us 3 games and we lost 3 games. Do you ever get anything you wear something you can't, after you bought it, you can't wear it?
So if you
Cause
show up
you
at the
know
pub, if you show up at the pub tomorrow night with that on, you're getting
Chase
sent up the road. You're getting
This is
sent up
what
the
you roll
road.
tomorrow night. I can't wear it tomorrow night and I bought that, the Jim Baxter style 60s Rangers top and I wore it on the Wednesday night that we get beat with the Belgians. It was a Tuesday night we get beat with the
Yeah.
Belgians. But I didn't wear it, I only wore it for a video before I done the show and somebody seen me mate on the event, is that a jinx? And I went, no. Because then I can't wear it and I love it. So let us know if you got a bit of clothing that you wear or a bit of merchandise that you can't wear anywhere because it's bad luck and we always lose the match with it. Let us know that and we can read that in the comments later on.
Right, we need the game, so I think he should go for McGregor. Once Golden learns to jump, maybe someone can teach him to head the ball in a straight line.
We need to just
Burn it, sorry.
one step at a time.
I've had the dog one night and you're saying burn it. Come on, you big kind of person, are you?
Poor drunk.
Maybe talk about he might be talking at the top.
You wouldn't want to burn it near that dog after its farts, I'll tell you.
Oh my
Place
god,
would
it's
explode.
lethal. It is absolutely lethal.
Honestly, it smells like a sandwich out of one of the shops in Duke Street. I'm not mentioning any because I get barbed. Before I forget, what was else I was going to say? We'll be back next week. We don't know what day yet, so we will let you know. And if anybody's got any content or any Rangers bear huts or anything like that you want to get involved with, let us know.
Next week we'll need to leave our toast to the Queen because we've never done it tonight.
We've never done it tonight because I'm drinking water with lemon in it, and I should have been drinking water.
I get it off for the morning and never wear it again before
At
that
least,
game.
at least I know what to do with the cork I've got for the gin the juice anyway. I'm not you're running away.
And he said cock.
I'll just say this, last chance, somebody wants to phone, you've got 1 minute to phone in. I'm just going to set up the end of the show. Is there anything else we need to talk about quickly? We can't remember.
Big love from Northern Ireland guys, Shelley Ann Taylor.
Yeah.
Hello there, how
Hi,
you
Shelley
doing?
If you need petrol, remember
Aye.
we've got it under the sponsor.
If you need petrol, Maxwell, at the heart of it, petrol stations all over Ulster. If you want petrol, these are the people to buy your petrol off. Or your diesel.
Oh, your diesel.
Guys,
Dealers.
Or your lottery tickets.
You're feeling lucky going and buy a lottery ticket?
yeah, there you go.
If you buy a lottery ticket, you might be able to afford the petrol.
Been a great show, guys. Great to be back. We're trying
Great
to
to be
change a
back.
few things. We're going to have them organised in the next couple of weeks. And merchandise. We'll get working on that because people,
Yeah.
no bad luck merchandise, good luck merchandise. And hopefully we'll have some of that ready as well.
No
in the
sure
next
what day
couple
we're
of
back
weeks.
next week because it's a football.
We'll make a wee
One of them.
decision on that. Probably Wednesday.
No, don't know when we'll be back, but we will be back. So always remember,
We are
we are the
the
people.
people.